Why would they lie to us if they're trying to help them? They just do. It's not a good reason. That is a terrible reason. People don't just do things because they do them. They think about them. People have underlying motives.
All right, very good. Going with underlying motives to finishing up the argument. Very strong argument from option number 3. All right, we're going to move on to option number 2. Option number 2. Which group have you chosen to make an argument against? Option number 1. This should be interesting. You have 30 seconds. 30 seconds. Go.
Option number 1 is too involved in other countries' conflicts. It makes the other countries feel as if they can't protect themselves or they cannot figure out how to come to peace. This will bring terrorist attacks on the U.S. and it makes hatred and conflict between us and other countries, which wasn't there to start with. It just is being nosy. You're too involved in other countries' businesses, and we don't need to be there. And
Stop mid-sentence. All right. Option number 1, you get 30 seconds for a rebuttal. 30 seconds for a rebuttal. We have a spokesperson from option number 1. All right, you have 30 seconds. Go.
You say we're too involved to say an example, if we weren't involved, make an example of World War II. If we weren't involved in anything where would we be then? The Jews were destroyed. And then after that, in Palestine, where would the Jews go? And you say maybe we caused that because we got involved and we set up Israel as our country. But now we're going there and we're helping, we're trying to solve the problem. So all of when we interact, we're not always wars. We're trying to settle some peace and some treaties and stuff.
So you're trying to make peace by getting involved in other foreign affairs rather than cause problems. Is that the motivation that you guys have? All right. Option number 2, you have 30 seconds for 15 seconds for a couple last comments here. Go ahead.
I believe that you referenced World War II. If I'm correct, there is a ship attacked in between Europe and America that was carrying American passengers by the Germans, by a German submarine. We were brought into this war when Germans attacked us. We were involved in that.
15 seconds up, she can sit down.
So you're saying that the United States was provoked to get involved in that foreign affair.
Yeah.
Okay? And there's some negative consequences of that. All right. Option number 1, you guys make a decision on which group?
You gotta change something?
No. At least we're not green.
We can argue about that all day.
Option number 1, are we ready? All right, we got a new spokesperson. Which option are you choosing to argue against?
Okay, we're gonna argue against
Option number 2, shocker. All right, you got 30 seconds. Go.
Okay, so when you said keep your eye on the price, one of your main points was that if we got too involved, then they're going to strip away the oil from us and all, other countries of the world. But the thing is, they can't just, stop selling oil to us. They could, but it's if IGA, our main, resource basically in town, if they just stop selling stuff to us, they lose their money and they go out of business. So it's not like they're just going to stop altogether selling stuff to us.
Interesting point. Interesting idea. We are the consumer. We are a huge consumer of oil. All right. All right. Very good. All right. Option number 2. You have a few seconds to think about your return or your rebuttal. Return comments. All right. Option number 2. You need to provide a spokesperson. You have 30 seconds. Go.
Like you said, America, we are a consumer of oil, but they would lose our business because they shut it off from us. But they still have China and India, who are large industrial economies, and they would have oil to use as weapons against us, and we would have a disadvantage against them if we were in a war with them. So we would lose the war due to our lack of oil. And then China and all of them would have their business, so it's not like they would lose all their customers, because there's still huge countries buying oil.
So you're saying if we don't have oil, we're going to no longer be a world power. We are dependent upon oil so much that without it, we would shrink from the world stage. All right? Interesting. You have 15 seconds. 15 seconds. Group number 1. Go.
Our quote is, China rides bikes. wouldn't use as much oil. That's it.
We got to be careful with our ethnocentric tendencies. No, 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 you don't have a chance. All right,
Okay, that was good.
I'm gonna give you 1 minute. 1 minute to finish up. You're gonna get back with your group, and you're gonna have to come up with your closing remarks, your closing arguments. You have 1 minute to do that. Okay. Number 3, with our closing remarks, you have 30 seconds. Go.
Group 1, no one really wants to be bossed around, and all it's going to do is lead to retaliation like Group 2 said. Group 2, so you're choosing oil over the people, so you're like, oh, who cares about people? Again, let's go ahead and leave our moral compass, leave that, who cares about it? And Group 4, you're just cutting off all the ties, you know, who cares? But, you know, you say that they're going to lie to us, then we need to communicate with them, but they're not going to lie if we're trying to help them. That would be stupid. And basically, a lot.
All right, you can finish your thought. If you want to finish your thought.
Okay. A lot of the other objectives seem to be leaving people to suffer, which is not good.
So human rights is more important than money. It's more important than power and control. It's more important than selfishness of taking care of yourself first. Is that what you're saying?
Morally, however, it does not take away those things.
Okay, all right, very good, very good. All right, option number 2, you have 30 seconds for your closing remarks. Go.
If we get oil, if we keep our eye on the prize and have oil, this lets Americans make products. We have more jobs in factories. It'll help our economy. Option 4, you're just losing contact with all the other cultures in the world, and cultures are what influence America. We have plates from all of our things came from other different cultures. Option 3, not all countries agree with democracy. You might be forcing them into a situation that they don't want to be in. Option 1, hypocritical. It's all you are. China, they don't all ride bikes. They have cars there.
Option number 2, I appreciate your thoughts on cultural diffusion and also the ethnocentric tendencies of option number 1. All right, very good, very good. All right, last group, option number 1. I'm sorry, second to last group. Option number 1, you have 30 seconds for your closing remarks. Spokesperson, go.
Okay, I'm just gonna try to wrap this up. Okay, you say we wouldn't know like what to do, but we need to talk to them and we need to get to know them then, get friends with them. You say we need to promote democracy, but we don't want to push our beliefs on other people. So maybe be friends, but not be so pushy. You guys, you say we won't have oil for our health. But Mr. Miller said that within several years, we don't have enough oil for ourselves. And we are their lead consumer. But we need to do interact with Homeland Security, and I believe the word you were looking for was stereo.
Way to throw in Homeland Security there at the end. Very good. All right, we got option number 4. You're going to finish it up. You have 30 seconds. 30 seconds. Go.
Okay, like both of them said, it's not just us that doesn't communicate with them. They don't communicate with us either. We'll be more truthful to them once they're more truthful to us. And as for option 2, what does plates have to do with anything? I mean, I get it's culture, but I mean, like, plates doesn't really give us a big understanding of their culture. It just is like, oh, look, that's how they design their plates. That's cool. Okay.
All right, interesting remarks from option number 4. Very good, very good. All right.